Hey, you guys, it's your favorite little keto goofball diamond. Today it marks 5 years, 111 or 12 days of my ketogenic journey. I can't really remember. Today, of course, Friday. I worked today, been gone from the house 14 hours. Hubby was off. He's got one more day off for his funeral leave. I don't really know what you call it, but where his mom passed away. Been kind of a sketchy and rough time here. Now, I'm going to make this a quick update, so you guys forgive me. I'm going to go ahead and show you, well, I can't show you what I ate because I didn't record it because it wasn't keto. Yesterday was not a keto day. It was an OMAD day. We ate once. My husband, myself, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law decided to go get something to eat together. And 2 carnivores and a keto person had Mexican food. I don't think any of us are proud, but at the same time, it was a family function, and well, I guess you'd call it a family function. I'm really not sure to call it, but bad decisions were made. I didn't feel bad. Hubby felt nauseous all the way home, but I mean, I felt fine, which is kind of rare, but except for, having to stop at the first convenience store to let go of some of that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you yesterday's weigh-in and today's weigh-in so you can see how that affected my body and the data points, and let's roll it. Thursday, 164.6. Yes, Friday morning, 166.0. Can't even tell you how much. I did not want to take off my clothes. It is 25 degrees outside, 64 in here, and there's a heater right there. So there you have it, up 1.6 pounds today, but made my next meal keto. Today I've been keto all day long. Pretty proud of what I did. And last night we stopped by Walmart, and I was proud of myself because I picked up some Chalk Zeros and some some sugar-free York peppermint patties, and I ended up putting them down. My husband's like, "Why are you putting them down? You like those?" I'm like, "Well, I really shouldn't have them, and I really don't need them, to be honest with you. I know that once I get into a good state of ketosis, I don't need the snacks, but I got to get into that good state, but the snacks kind of hinder you from doing that. Well, snacks, I'm not going to say they're bad. I'm not going to say that at all. Sometimes you just feel like you need some chocolate. You need some this, that, and the other. And while these things aren't necessarily bad choices, they're better choices than, getting a Hershey's bar, a regular one, or some regular York peppermint patties or whatever. So these are better choices. Not necessarily choices you should make, because like I said, they do hinder you. They slow the roll a little bit. They keep you craving sweets, to be honest with you. So while I absolutely love Chalk Zero, I don't generally gain any weight on them. Staying away from those things kind of helps you stay away from those things, to be real with you. And there are times, especially when that lady issues are abounding and coming at me or on, that I will dive right up into a bag of Chalk Zeros, and I won't cry about it, because in that moment my brain's like, chocolate now. So, but it's also more of a danger during those times, because if I buy that bag, I'm eating every bar in there within a day or two anyway. So it's like, kind of like giving myself an excuse, and not necessarily for bad behavior, because I don't think it's bad behavior to enjoy sweets that are non-sweets, It's a habit. It's a huge habit that Americans have, especially. I'm sure in other places too. I know about here. But we do have a huge habit of diving into the sweets. And if we must, it needs to be the, Chalk Zero or zero sugar. Although, again, dirty keto. Lots and lots of various ingredients. The best thing you can do is go total carb and try to avoid long list of ingredients. If you can get some just meat, get some just meat, So I mean, that is the better way to go. So I did put them down. Now, as proud as I was of that, and I didn't buy them, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't need them. Tonight, my daughter, who is a fresh ketoer, who's trying to stay herself on track and everything, did bring in some Chalk Zero bars. And I ate one. I stole one right out of her pack. She said, Mom, those are expensive. I said, yeah, I know. That's what I feel every time you steal my Chalk Zeros. But, yeah. So I robbed her of that and 2 zero sugar little Reese cup thingies. But I don't have any more because I didn't buy them. I just snagged a couple of hers. So I guess that's something to be proud of. At the same time, not so much because I still ate them. Just not as many because they're not in the house. They're not in this house. They're in her house. But I think I'm going to leave the update very, very short tonight because, again, I got to rush, hop in that shower and get over there in bed and get some snoring on because last night I didn't sleep very well. I don't think I got about like 4 hours. I could not fall asleep. I laid there. I felt sleepy. Just wasn't nothing happening. So having to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning after having 4 hours of sleep, having to work 12 hours and be gone from the house for altogether 14. We work 12 hours, but I kind of consider it 14 because I'm gone 14 hours. So while I'm not up on my feet that entire time, I am still en route and on the way there, there and back. So makes for a very long day. And you take 14 hours away from your day. And one of those hours before you even get started is getting dressed, getting your coffee made and all that. That kind of counts. So technically 15 hours. It doesn't leave you a whole lot of time for shower and sleep. So I'm going to shut myself up now. Try to be back on here tomorrow night with a much better update than today. OMAD good. Mexican food not so much for keto. Tasted amazing. I prefer our Mexican place here because the chimichangas are way different. They had little itty bitty ones, the square thingies. Ours are like this big. And they got a lot of stuff in them. So it's not like the ones we had there. Not that it was a bad restaurant. There was nothing wrong with it. It was really, really good. And had I had that first, then that before, and never had that, probably wouldn't have thought twice about it. But knowing they got that. But anyway, good food. It always is good food. Bad thing is the good food is usually really, really bad for you. And of course, once you get off of all that food and you get away from that stuff, it's not so good as it's not as good as you remember. Just like, eating a donut. It's like, yeah, it tastes good, but it's really not what you thought it was going to be and probably not worth what you just did. But it's all right. That is how it worked. It is reality. I try to be honest with you guys, even when I suck for 2 or 3 years. Gonna be honest because let's face it, if the scale ain't moving, y'all gonna know I'm lying. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the truth because I don't want to deal with all that. So yeah. I don't even want to say I struggle because I really don't. I could act right. And I'm not really regaining a lot of weight or anything. I'm just kind of living my life the best way I can while trying to do the best I can, which I don't always translate into actually doing the best I can because I cheat a lot. But I'm still keto. I still make my next meal keto. And I keep striving for a better me. Perfect? Never. Wasn't put on this earth perfect. Ain't gonna fall out of this earth perfect. But I do my best. Sometimes. But I'll always do my best to bring a smile to your face if possible. So anyway, you guys, check out the description section. There's a lot of stuff down there that can help you out. There's ways to support the channel down there. Well, support me, really. But, let's not split hairs. And if you like to send Christmas cards, I will send you one back. So my P.O. box is down there. You can send me a Christmas card. I send you a cool one back. And we can have like an exchange. You can even do Thanksgiving cards. I need to show y'all the one I got sent the other day from Barb. But it's in the car and it's cold outside. I ain't going out right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I slept in my sweatpants last night. I woke up this morning. I didn't even want to put a bra on. I did. But I didn't want to. Because it's cold. But anyway, you guys. That's all I got for Friday night. I'll be back Saturday night with an update. And again, perfectly keto. Did, quite frankly, well. Much love, many prayers. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Night, y'all.